Why are you doing this to me? Why? Why'd you do this to us? How much money do you want? All of it? Hi Bibies and welcome to my channel. My name is Carmi, MUA. I don't know, I still need to figure out my intro to be honest. What I was saying. That was the definition of Carmi, MUA. So today we are gonna do, as the title says, something that it's gonna be very questionable. It's gonna be one of those videos where, by the look of the stuff I have in front of me, probably it's not gonna be a great makeup day. Probably I should just switch off all the lights in my house, cover the mirror and just hide. Hi, nice to meet you, Carmi. So I was on Instagram and I actually put up a picture a couple of days ago. I believe it was like yesterday or the day before. Time will tell. You guys know I'm terrible with timing. And one of you, my babies, after complimenting me very lovely, thank you very much, has said, can you film a full face of product my subscribers hate? It's going to be juicy tea. Now, you guys know I only drink skinny latte because I am that kind of beauty influencer. Please do not call me beauty influencer, that really annoys me. But yes, it's me, it's Carmi. I have my, let me sip it. Delicious coffee, and I have a lot of product in front of me. So the way I actually came across this video, like the way it's gonna be structured, is I posted pretty much a couple of hours after I saw this comment and asked you guys if you wanted it. Literally over 96% of you said of course we do. So we made it happen. I again posted another Instagram story. Oh my god, I'm literally telling you the story of my life. And I've asked you to let me know all the products that you guys don't like. Now let me tell you, I pretty much have everything you guys have told me about, except contouring, that no one has actually commented on it. And the eyeshadow palettes, every eyeshadow palette you guys were asking me, I didn't actually have it, but I have something that is super close because it's the same brand and the same colors. And I'm gonna tell you my conspiracy behind the palette I'm gonna talk to you about, because I feel that it was the same product, just a different packaging, but I'm gonna get there. So let's just start. I have my phone over here and I will put all of you Bibies entry on the side. So we're gonna start with this gorgeous BB, and we need to start with primer. And she says that the Blur Stick Primer by Makeup Revolution is one of the products she actually doesn't like, but she does love a Revolution. Well, my darling, and I'm gonna take that occasion to tied up my hair. I love Revolution too, but we can't like absolutely everything. But also, I do have to say, I tried the Revolution stick, and is this one over here, the Blur Stick, is from the Revolution Pro line. And the way I actually applied it the first few times, it didn't work the way I wanted, but I find another way to use it and it starts to work really well. So this is what it looks like if you guys are not familiar with. Is a huge stick. Now the way it was advertised and the way I saw people using it was just like smear it onto their faces, and I tried that too. It really left me with a lot of like grease to it, and I do have dry skin, so to leave me greasy feeling, it's kind of very pushing. But what I feel like it is when I go in with my fingers, so I warm up the product and I just press it into my nose and the center of my like my cheek here where I have pores, I feel, I don't know if you can tell from the lighting on my camera, but if you see this area over here and it's just literally warming up the product and pressing it in, it is blurring. So I will definitely say try to warm it up with your fingers next time if you still have the product, because this one over here, it kind of reminds me a lot of the Benefit Professional. That funny, like literally that was hilarious, because a lot of you guys as well said that the Professional by Benefit is one of your least favorite primers. I actually like it, but I feel like because I use it in this way, when I just like press it when it's needed, I feel like my face doesn't need this primer everywhere. So That's why I'm avoiding this area, like my jawline and everything. Oh my god, I talk so much. This is a question for you, my babies. Please let me know down in the comments, how do you watch a full CarmiMua video? Like, my videos are pretty long, and let me tell you, I try to edit them so much, as in like, I try to be speedy, but they always end up to be like 20 to like 37 minutes. I just want to say thank you, because I don't know how you do it. So next comment that I do have is a Dream Matte Mousse. Now, I really don't like this. I have the shade 40 Fawn, that I do believe is the wrong shade for me. But then when I go with any other lighter shade, I feel like it's extremely weird and wrong again. So I just think I don't like this product at all. Other entrants that you guys have kind of made were the Miss Sporty foundation, though I do have to say I have a video about it. I didn't actually mind it. It wasn't the best foundation ever. Also, the shade range is kind of crap, but it wasn't a terrible foundation. It's definitely not my go-to in any way, shape or form. And the Fenty Beauty was another one, and I hate that foundation. And it hurts me to say that, because I really want to support like brands created by people that have a great vision, and Rihanna really pushes her best to make like the huge shade range, very inclusive and everything. So I love that. That foundation is really not for me. So let's go in, and also I'm going to use a few of these brushes that I received. They're from Brushwork HD Foundation Brush, so it's the Brushwork UK. Now I will say I've opened them all on the top, because it would have taken me forever. It went to the floor. Can you tell why it takes me forever to film a video? Because I drop things, I talk too much, I don't ever get straight to the point. So this is what the brush looks like, and I do have to say they're so cute. I have a few, and I'll show you as we go. They are purple. They're like is that chromatic metallic? I don't know. It's cute. It looks really cute. I do like it, and they do feel nice. The only things I will say is it doesn't actually say anywhere what the brush is meant for. Though I know when we see brushes like this, we're just like, it's a foundation brush. But it would be nice if maybe they had a number. I don't know, that's me, maybe be a little bit too extra and too picky. But we're gonna start with this foundation over here, and first I'm gonna try to like squish it and gel it. I don't even like the smell of this foundation. So we have some product down. Okay. Ooh, it feels so wrong. Like this foundation, oh, feels so bad. Ooh. Also, I would kind of like to let you know that the shade is very questionable, just like me, because as you can see, is very pink, red, but then it has a ton of gray to it, and that was the reason why I didn't really get it, because sometimes it does happen that I don't match myself quite right, especially with like foundation on the drugstore, because they don't actually have tested the majority of them, if not pretty much all of them. So it does happen that I end up with the wrong foundation, but I can always kind of make it work with maybe like a little bit more bronzer, or maybe a little bit more like powder and contouring and everything. But this one is so ugly and so gray. I really don't like this foundation. Bibi, what are you guys doing to me today? We're only on the first two products, and I can really tell that I'm gonna look terrible today. So next, Bibi was actually saying the NYX concealer is awful. Now I don't know, because I probably believe NYX has multiple concealer, but I'm gonna show you one that I don't think is really that bad, but it's not as great as it sounds. And I'm talking about this one over here. There is the NYX HD concealer. Now I went in with shade CW03. I don't think it's a bad concealer. I just don't really see this one as an HD. Also, I completely forgot that this one is super pink. Right. So yeah, let me just conceal my life, see if I can get my skin to look any better, I guess. Maybe not. Probably not. Subscribe for the greatest content. let me just say that when you Bibies telling me that a product is bad, you're right, because this is really not working. Now I have the next product, and this one comes from a gorgeous Bibi. Her name is Erica Fox. Now I actually know Erica. Hey queen! She is an incredible artist and I love her work so much, and she said that she hates the MAC Prep and Prime, the translucent one. Now I will say I'm not really a huge fan, like I'm not crazy in love. I think it's one of those products that are just like, okay, it exists, is that I don't really need it. But before we do that, my next Bibi, and she is gorgeous, is I don't like the Makeup Revolution liquid highlighters, and I just picked the one that I normally tend to use. That is this one over here, and it's in the shade Stardust. Yes, liquid Stardust. Now I will say with liquid highlighters, I find that sometimes is really the application that can kind of make it or break it, as well as what if you got underneath as foundation or concealer, because some concealer and some foundation really don't agree with product that they have very strong emollient of oil. I will say, and I'm gonna shake this one as I go, the Revolution one does have a lot of like emollient inside. It's very oily feeling to it. That is not a bad thing, but if you do go in with a very matte foundation, good luck. It's just gonna be a nightmare. So what I've seen and what I've been kind of learning, and I don't know if you guys were here a few months ago, I learned a new technique with liquid highlighters, and it works so much better. Instead of directly put it onto your skin and let it drip, is just add a little bit onto your ends, so just like a little squeezy, and then take a brush, and I'm gonna go in with this Blank Canvas E13 and just like take the product, as you guys see, and I'm just warming it up onto my hands. You kind of blending it already, and you start to get a little bit of your product. So what you do is like your little smile, and you just start to blend it. And can you see how more natural it starts to look? And you kind of like just like twirl it around. Very similar on how you would do like your blending eyeshadow. So just kind of like keep it in and blending it. Now I will tell you something. They're not my favorite, but in general, liquid highlighters are not my go-to, only because I feel like I have to kind of like try a technique that I normally don't go for. There is this one over here. I get my hands dirty. I like to kind of like get ready quick and go and just get out of the house. I don't really like to get myself into like a little bit of a mess. That is, you guys know, that is my jam. So I don't think liquid highlighters are bad. I just think they all really behave weirdly. Like they all need that extra work to it, when a powder highlighter really works faster. There was another highlighter that you guys were saying that was like the First Solid Jelly Bean. Now that one looks like a nightmare to me, but I've never actually tried it or used it, so I can't tell you. But yeah, so this one is the liquid highlighter. So I will say, if you still have it and you feel like you are having problems, you don't reach to it, really try this technique, and please let me know down in the comments below if you have it already tried it, or if you have another one that you feel like works even better. Because like this, I can definitely say I can make it happen. I can use it, I can work with it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a huge kabuki brush, and this one over here is the kabuki brush, opening and me trying to do things on a sort of space and time, not gonna happen. So we're gonna go in with the MAC translucent one, take a little bit of the product, so we just twirl it in, and I'm just slightly press it onto my skin. And then what I'm gonna do my contouring very quickly, and hopefully I can just like save the day, because as right now my skin looks awful. I'm not gonna lie, my face kind of looks like it's floating and it's really not matching my body. So what I'm gonna do is contour the crap out of it. And this one is my go-to Eligo Pro Contour Powder that I always forget the name of it, and is the medium shade. And I'm gonna use this brush over here from, again, Brushworks, and it's the Angle Contour brush. So just taking a little bit of the contour shade and dust off the excess and just start to kind of like create a little bit of dimension. Hopefully I can start to like give me a better looking skin, and I feel like this area already starts to look a little bit better. So let me just try to like warm up this situation. So I'm really trying everything to make it work. So what I'm doing is taking back the big kabuki brush and this huge bronzer by Kiko. There is the Jelly Jungle N01 Beige Storm. Now I can't seem to find it online anymore. Don't know why, but I know for a fact that it's still ever in store, and it was like on sale or something, because the store next to my house, like the Kiko store, did actually have it. So if you can go to Kiko and grab it, you guys know I love the smell of it and it does work, and I feel like it's kind of give me back my original color. Normally I wouldn't really go with a bronzer everywhere. That is my mother's job, but I guess I might have to do it today, you know? I might have to bronze everywhere. You can say I am not gonna take it personal, but my skin does look pretty awful today. Now, I might have saved it a little bit, but you're never gonna catch me go to the house looking like this. I just really don't like it. So we're now gonna move in with the eyes, and the first Bibies said MAC eyebrow, not retractable, and is this one over here. On my FG, they always broke every time I use it. Good quality, but worst packaging ever. And I do have to admit, Tiziana, you kind of right. This one over here is the MAC eyebrow product. It's in the shade Spiked. Now, I will say, I do love this product. I think the product as itself is beautiful, and this one is the way it comes. You just like twist it, and the product comes out, but it doesn't go back in. And this one of the things that people used to say when I used to work in MAC, like, always remember to tell your customer that this one over here, if they twist it, it's gonna break. Like, you have to just do like a little bit at the time, but the point is like so small and so fine that it's just that good for just like filling in your brows. Like, you can just get like a nice natural brow, but the amount of time it breaks, and if you want to do a big old brow, this is only gonna last you like a couple of weeks. And at the time, it used to be like £11.50 or £12 when I used to work in MAC. So definitely they are way better products and more affordable, but it is good. As you can see, Bibies, the product does work, and I do get my brows back. I will say maybe they're a little bit too heavy today, but it's just like the actual packaging. There is utterly rubbish, but the product, it is pretty. So the next one, and it's actually what I was telling you about, that I feel like something is not adding up quite right, is this BB over here said that the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basic Palette, the color are so pretty in the pan, but also muddy on the eyes. And then there is another BB, there is this one over here that said the Urban Decay Vice Palette, don't know if it was just me, but felt like I had no pigment and had to work really hard to get it right. Now, I actually don't have them palettes, to be honest with you. I stopped shopping at Urban Decay eyeshadows because I felt exactly the same. I felt like I was paying so much money for a product that looked so beautiful, the way it looked in the packaging and the way it was photographed. And don't get me wrong, I still like a lot of products from Urban Decay. The eyeshadows for me are a little bit of a pass, and I'll tell you why. I really wanted this palette for a very long time. As soon as I saw them advertising it, this one is the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I wanted it, I had to grab it, and you know me. I don't really go with this color. Like, I don't do neutrals. I like bold, I like oranges, I like red, I love yellow. Like, I am that kind of person that likes a very big old smoky eye. This one is extremely neutral, but I wanted it because there was another palette coming out around the same time that was the Ultimate Basic palette, and I've actually done a review, and if I remember I will list it down into the into the description. I did not really like it. I tried a couple of times and I did actually end up giving it away, as well as another palette from Urban that was the Spectrum palette. A rubbish palette. I actually felt like I was getting robbed every time I was using it, but the Electric palette is still one of my favorites. But I just feel like because that one is like a proper press pigment, it's not actual eyeshadows, that's why it really shows beautifully. But palettes like this, they are just muddy. And I'm gonna show you a couple of swatches. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. This one over here, the shade Punk, is absolutely beautiful. A bloody nightmare to work with. Now you guys know I don't actually have much space, but I will kind of give you like at the center of my palm. Can you see? Like the pigmentation is not there at all, and I have kind of like gone in with my fingers. I'm gonna try a few more shades, and this time I wanna try like the bottom row because they're like the colorful one. So we are gonna definitely do this pink over here. We're gonna do this blue that it is a very beautiful blue. This is gorgeous. We're gonna do this 1987. That is my favorite shade, like this beautiful gold. And then Blackout, that is their staple black, that is black as black. And again, I am gonna show you here 1, 2, 3, and 4. I do feel this row does work way much better. However, I just don't know what's up with Urban Decay and their neutral colors. I feel like when it comes to colors, you're pretty good. When it comes to neutrals, they're a better palette for more affordable price. And that's the reason why I did give it away. I was contemplating to just get rid of this one as well, just because it's not available anymore and I don't use it. But I guess I'm just gonna keep it for a little bit. So what I'm gonna do a very quick basic eye, mainly because again, as I said, you can't really have it anymore. But I just wanted to share with you my thoughts because I think something is up. I'm still gonna show what I'm doing though, because you might have some colors that are pretty similar into your collection. So just in case if you wanna recreate this astonish look, you can definitely do so, but I wouldn't personally recommend it. At least don't use majority of the product that I'm doing because they're kind of crap. So let me just blend. I'm not gonna lie, but I do really like this eye look, and I do want you to know that I'm really trying to use every single product and make the best out of them. However, when it comes to this eyeshadow, I think it's beautiful, but is it groundbreaking? Like, are you spending your coins for something that is unique? For this sort of shade, I don't think so. Maybe that is just me being a little bit too harsh because I'm more of a drugstore kind of person, but I just feel like I wanted more, I deserve more, I pay a lot more for this. So we're gonna go in with the next one, and the Bibies said any big fat marker pen eyeliner, and I cannot agree more. If there is one kind of eyeliner that I don't like, is very fat eyeliners. Like when the felt pen is like this and I show you, I try to stay as far as possible because I like a small one to kind of like get my inner corner, especially with my eyes that they're not the biggest. If I do a very chubby line at the front, it makes my eyes super small, and I normally tend to go like thin and then huge and just like blown up and everything. But the inner corner, I like to be pretty defined and pretty small. Unfortunately, with pens like this, not much you can do. So what I'm gonna try is do my best, see what happens. Wish me luck. I know it's not terrible, but it's just too hard to actually use that. And by the way, I didn't even tell you what it was. And this one is the Ellie Splash Lumos and is in the shade Potion. And the reason why is because they come on the other side with glitters, and these are absolutely stunning. So I'm just gonna add maybe just a little bit onto my, oh, so beautiful. I'm just gonna add just a little bit onto my eyes. Can you see how pretty it is? And just kind of like let it dry. This one is like the easiest way to kind of do like a quick cut crease or something. I'm gonna add more and more. Now, I did get a lot of messages about mascara. However, I got rid of like 90% of my mascaras because they were way too old, and any that I did actually have were not into the list. So I'm gonna do off camera my mascara as well as my lashes. No one luckily have said anything about lashes. Like, to be honest with you, no one really said anything at all about false lashes, anything. So today I'm thinking to use this new eyelashes, and this one are the Enchanted After Dark Night Times. They are the new collection. You guys know I actually went with Eyeliner to just spend a couple of days with there. I will tell you straight away, this is not sponsored. I don't get paid to show them. I just want to try them on, stick them on, see how they look, and give you the true Carmi. Only because a brand takes me away, or even a brand like send me stuff, that doesn't mean that I have to say amazing things. Majority of the stuff I purchase it, some others are sent to me. This is just me. This is the honesty. I hope you guys appreciate that, because that's the way it's gonna go. So let me do this off camera quick, and I'll be back. All right, babies, so the eyes are completed, and I'm kind of living. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this blue glitter paired with this brown burgundy eyeshadows, it's gorgeous. Love me these lashes. They are very subtle. That is normally something that I don't go for, because you guys know I love the big and huge. But what I do like about them is kind of like the flirt on the outside, so they kind of like accentuate the liner, but you can still see the hard work that we really put onto this eye look. So I'm loving it. I feel good about it. So now we're gonna move in with pretty much the last few steps. We have lips left and setting spray, and for lips we have something that I kind of do agree, and is the Kat Von D Everlasting Lipstick, because it does not actually stay all day. And I do have to say, I found it that Kat Von D liquid lipstick are a bit of a hit and a miss, and I'm actually going to tell you and show you actually which one I personally don't like, and is colors like this, purples and bright colors from the Everlasting liquid lipstick line. Ooh, that's a tongue twist. I feel like they're patchy and they just don't work when neutral color, browns, the red, they're so beautiful and they actually last beautifully. So I'm actually going to start with this one over here. So this one is in the shade Roxy. Actually, I'm going to shake it a little bit so to break in the color, mainly because I've not used it in well over a few months. So this is what they look like. Also, this one is like the miniature, so the one that you get is a lot bigger. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to put this one on, and at first glance, it does look beautiful, but also can get a little bit streaky. So let's just do this. I'm gonna wait to make sure it's nice and dry. And I do have to say, yes, the applicator is beautiful and you can do get crisp line, but, and I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna take off a little bit the brightening. Can you see, let me see if I'm super focused. Can you see how uneven is the color? Now this one is literally one dip in at the bottom and one dip in for doing the top lip. I do find that if I go in with multiple layers, it just gets worse. So you can see that like in some areas is darker than others, and it's like a little bit of like patchiness on the inside. In the inner corner actually does not stick at all. Now again, purple colors are a little bit of a bitch to make it happen and to make it work. However, for the price point, I do think is a little bit out of reach. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna remove this one over here and go in with the shade called Plat. That's another thing that kind of annoyed me, and this is just me opening and closing this kind of subject. When a company comes out with a product that they claim to be limited edition and then it comes back as permanent, that kind of annoys me. Now, I do believe this is what happened with this lipstick because it was exclusive to the set that I got, but I think it actually now is also available. So what I'm gonna do, as I'm actually applying it on and test it, I'm gonna find out if it's actually still available before making myself look like a fool. But that is one thing that I can't stand about a lot of companies is, this is limited edition, grab it now until you can. Then this is now permanent. Why are you doing this to me? Why? Why'd you do this to us? How much money do you want? All of it? I promise you, I did try to stop, but I kind of overdrove my lips a little bit too much that it makes me feel uncomfortable, but I couldn't really care to just take them off and redo them again. I'm really sorry, but this will do for today. And yes, I did actually go in onto my phone, and this liquid lipstick is now permanent. It's a Debenhams for £17. So yeah, I really don't appreciate that. And lastly is this beautiful Bibi that said that she didn't like the Urban Decay foundation, that unfortunately, actually fortunately at this point, I don't have it, I don't own it, I never tried it, but the Nyx Setting Spray. Now she doesn't specify which one it is. I do have the Dewy Finish one. I don't think it does anything. I don't think this really is doing much whatsoever. I had like the matte one and I had the dewy one. It kind of feels like wet water. Like, I really... Do you see any dewiness? I don't know. Also, it's kind of expensive. I think it was like about £9, £10. That too much pounds that... makes me feel like, why are we doing this? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to fix this mop. Is it gonna happen? And then I'll show you the final look. But you need to look at it. Look awful. To be honest with you, I kind of give up on my hair as well because I really don't like the way my skin looks. So I'm probably gonna take it off anyway. So yeah. Peace. So let me just tell you how I feel. First of all, I feel very lucky and very blessed to have an amazing community that really helps me to create content. So I want to say thank you so much. If you were one of the Bibies that were mentioned, or even one of the Bibies that really participated to make this happen, thank you so much. Unfortunately, I couldn't shout out every single one of you, but I want to do more videos when you are part of it as well. So please don't feel defeated. There is going to be more. And my take on this is that sometimes not every single product is going to work for us. Sometimes if we don't like one or multiple products for a company, that doesn't mean that we hate the company. It's just not our gem. It just did not work. As well as sometimes maybe we just need to try a different kind of technique, you know, as for the highlighter, for example, or for the primer, pressing it, or instead of smear it, or like using a different brush. As well, sometimes it just doesn't go, and we just need to let it go. I feel like Elsa. Let it go, and something anymore. Okay, so I'm just gonna say peace and go because I think this video is already long as it is, and I really hope you guys are still enjoying my quality of content, or my content in general. There is no quality to it. So thank you so much for being here today. Really means the world. Make sure to let me know by giving me a good thumbs up. Say subscribe and leave me a comment down below. As well, if you can, please share this video. Help me reach the Bibi family that we love and deserve, because we are so close to 25,000 Bibies, and I would really love to get to 25,000 before the end of the year. As well as lastly, remember that we still have just a few left of the Bibi pin and the spooky pin, and I will leave it down in the description. So if you want to be extra like me and be part of the Bibi family 24/7, you want to go out and show people that you are a supporter, check down below. There is a link. So thank you. And always remember, like if you like, hate if you hate. And until next time, you're welcome.